Hockey gamers rejoice! We finally have a game on PC that's for us. And most importantly, it's good. NHL 24, what are you, crazy? EA doesn't believe we exist. No, I'm talking about Tape to Tape, of course. This game first caught my eye during the Steam Next Fest this past February, where developers were encouraged to share their upcoming projects through free demos and trials. This is one of my favorites that I checked out, and it's been recently released into early access, with 3 times the content that was available in the demo. But what is it? Tape to Tape is a hockey-themed roguelike. Yeah, you heard that correctly. A hockey video game with roguelite elements. Developed by a small indie team of 3 sports fanatics at Excellent Rectangle and published by Null Games, this fast-paced, gritty, and sometimes outright goofy arcade hockey simulator inspired by NHL 94 hits your captain, Angus McShaggy, on a quest to return to the game of hockey and reclaim the cup. But it's not that simple, and you'll need some help along the way. You start the game with a few all-stars to select from to join Angus on his journey across the land, facing family and former friends alike, and collecting new skills and abilities along the way. Each win gets you that much closer to the cup, and every choice along the way can make or break your team. It's a super fun blend of old-time hockey and modern roguelite choices that ensure that every chaotic run is different from the last. The hockey gameplay is smooth, simple, and responsive, and it isn't something I expected to be as good as it is going into an indie game like this. While not without its jank and at times questionable AI, paired with the art style and chaos of the roguelite elements, it makes for a charming combination that I personally have been having a blast with. The roguelite elements make for a fun and dynamic way to play each and every run. So far, the pathing is very simple, and I hope that by the 1.0 release, we see this expanded upon to create even tougher decisions. The campaign is quite simple. It starts out with your team playing against the Spartans in a first goal win scenario. You win, and you get to choose a talent to apply to one of your players. You lose, you get nothing, but you get to keep playing. You'll have the opportunity to face this team again throughout the run to earn more talents should you choose. Or maybe you feel like you should just simply train your team and randomly bump up some of their passive skill points in things like speed, shot power, accuracy, checking, or just an overall bump. Or maybe along the way you visit a secret shrine and Angus becomes enlightened and can no longer have his passes intercepted. There are many fun ways to build your team that can completely nullify your opponents along the way. But be warned, you're not just playing standard hockey games either. As you progress, you'll face elite challenges. These are the main scenarios in your run that you'll face outside of the boss battles, and there are currently 2 per act. These elite challenges are the make or break points that you must win in order to progress on your quest. Lose and it's back to the Blade Master to unlock new perks or talents, give Angus some more stats, and start all over again. In these challenges, you'll face each of the teams currently in the game, but be warned, they're not pushovers, and each is more difficult than the last. Each of these teams comes with their own unique flair, talents, chaotic playstyles, and most importantly, ways to cheat. Beat 2 of these elite challenges and you'll face the boss for the act, which is just like the elite challenges, but these bosses are even tougher and have abilities that are unavailable to the other teams. Beat all 3 bosses, and you win the cup. Currently, the game has 3 acts, with a ton of room to expand upon should the developers wish, and I hope they do. Tape to Tape has a ton of replayability, and quite frankly, it's a requirement in order to unlock everything. It's a pretty standard roguelite gameplay loop. It features 3 difficulty settings. And let me tell you, Expert, which is the hardest difficulty, is a grueling but incredibly fun challenge for anyone experienced with any kind of hockey video game. Cheesy cross-crease passes won't work here, buddy. It also features local co-op or PvP play, where you and your friends can challenge each other, or you can play solo against a team that's been giving you a hard time in the campaign and figure out a new strategy to beat them. There's no online play at this time, but it is a feature that the community has been asking for repeatedly. The game retails for $20 currently, and in my opinion, if you're at all a fan of old school hockey arcade games with a twist, you'll definitely get your money's worth. I can't wait to see what else the devs add. Tape to Tape is a taster for fiending fans of the NHL franchise.